GitOps and Terraform is not an either or. It's that if you want to do GitOps with Terraform, there's a lot of additional work you need to do, and there's a lot of additional things you need to be aware of.
As I said, Terraform is a great tool, but the problem here is that people abuse it. Like if you say you're adopting Kubernetes, you should also think what you will do in terms of infrastructure. And the, let's say, most straightforward way to adopt Kubernetes when you're using Terraform is to have a clear distinction and say, look, I'm going to use Terraform to create only the infrastructure. Okay, so in our case,
provision the resources,
and that's it.
as code.
And then it ends, and then Terraform does nothing. And then I'm going to use Argo CD or Flux or whatever to work on the applications. So in this ideal scenario, Terraform essentially runs once. It creates your cluster, and then it ends and does nothing else. And developers don't even need to know about Terraform. Like they don't really care about Terraform. And the thing that they interact every day is their Kubernetes manifests in Git that Argo CD works. So whenever you want to make a change in the infrastructure, maybe you want to, I don't know, to add a new node or change something, then you as the administrator deal with Terraform, and developers don't need to know anything about it. So it doesn't really matter if you're not following GitOps or not, because it's only you. I'm saying you, the administrator, compared to your own team, which might be 50 developers. So there is a clear separation between the two worlds. There is a non-GitOps world, but still declarative, where you use Terraform. And then there is a GitOps world with Argo CD. Also, you can test this on your own. If you go to the Terraform documentation and just search for GitOps, search for the word GitOps, you will find 0 results. So for me, it's a big mistake to think that the tool is following GitOps, where not even the tool itself, is saying that it's following GitOps. Like,
and we view it as like different jobs, right? So like this 2-tier approach, you have long-running, mostly unchanged components like underlying infrastructure that Terraform is very well suited for. And then you have more frequently changing layers, which is like your applications where your developers are making changes, they're pushing changes frequently. That's where Argo CD is super good, right? Like Argo CD is perfect for that kind of use case, because having that sort of minute-to-minute monitoring, diffing, self-healing, all of that stuff becomes really, really valuable. And it's not to say that you shouldn't do GitOps for infrastructure. There are tools like Crossplane that you can do that with, but they have some trade-offs that you're going to have to make. But with the Terraform here, that 2-tier model makes it so you have these different tools focus on the things that they're really good at. And so Terraform in that model, its job is really just bootstrap infrastructure and install Argo CD. That's it. And then once Argo CD is installed, then it takes care of everything else.